In her time of need, rain fell softly on the schoolyard, the patter of droplets blending with the distant hum of students chatting under covered walkways. Ryo sat on the edge of a bench near the back of the campus, flipping through his worn notebook. His unruly black hair fell over his eyes as he doodled aimlessly, the pages filled with sketches and scribbled thoughts he would never share. Invisible. That's how Ryo described himself, and for the most part, he preferred it that way. Being invisible meant he avoided trouble, the spotlight, and the suffocating expectations that came with standing out. But today, his routine invisibility was interrupted by a quiet scene unfolding just beyond the tree line. Anna. She sat alone on a patch of grass beneath a tree, her slender frame hunched forward. Even from this distance, Ryo could see her clutching her phone tightly, her shoulders trembling slightly. Rain dripped from the branches above her, dotting her long, golden-brown hair that usually shimmered under the sun. Now, it clung to her face, obscuring her expression. Anna was strikingly attractive, with delicate features and a curvaceous figure that belied her shy demeanor. She wore the school uniform, a white blouse and navy skirt, but it fit her in a way that turned heads. Her quiet nature only added to her allure, making her seem untouchable to most of their classmates. At 16, nearly 17, she had an air of maturity that set her apart, even as she tried to blend into the crowd. Ryo, on the other hand, was ordinary. Shorter than most of the boys in his class, with a wiry frame and plain features, he rarely drew attention. His quiet demeanor only solidified his place on the fringes of the social hierarchy. Ryo hesitated, his pencil hovering above the page. Memories of Anna from their younger days flickered in his mind. In elementary school, they had been seated together for an entire year. Back then, Anna wasn't the radiant, popular girl everyone admired. She was quiet, reserved, and always seemed to carry an air of sadness. He remembered the time she had lent him her eraser during an important test. It had been such a simple act of kindness, but it had meant the world to Ryo, who often felt overlooked by everyone else. In return, he'd drawn her a little cartoon character on a piece of paper. She had smiled, a small, shy smile that had stayed with him for days. But as they grew older, they drifted apart. Anna blossomed into someone admired by everyone, while Ryo faded further into the background. "Hey," he said awkwardly, standing a few feet away. Anna flinched, quickly wiping her eyes and looking up at him. Her green eyes, usually so vibrant and warm, were clouded with sadness. "Ryo?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. It was the first time she had said his name in years, and it sounded strange, almost foreign coming from her. "You? Okay?" he asked, knowing full well she wasn't. It was a dumb question, but it was all he could think of. Anna shook her head slightly, forcing a weak smile. "I'm fine," she lied, her voice breaking on the last word. Ryo didn't buy it. He pulled his umbrella from his bag and opened it, holding it over both of them. Then, without asking, he sat down beside her. The rain-soaked grass seeped through his pants immediately, but he didn't care. They sat in silence for a while, the rain providing a steady backdrop. Anna's breathing was uneven, but she didn't move away. Ryo waited, unsure of what to say. He wasn't good at comforting people. He barely knew how to comfort himself. "It's stupid," Anna finally said, her voice barely audible over the rain. "What is?" Ryo asked, glancing at her. She hesitated, then held up her phone. On the screen was a series of cruel messages, screenshots of private conversations she had thought were safe. "Someone I trusted. They posted all this. Now everyone knows." Ryo frowned, his grip tightening on the umbrella. "That's messed up." Anna sighed. "It's more than that. They made it sound like I—" She trailed off, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. "Like I've been leading people on or using them. They twisted everything I said and made me look like some kind of manipulative flirt." Ryo's jaw tightened. He knew how rumors could spiral out of control. And everyone just believed it? "People love drama," Anna said bitterly. "I guess it's easier to think I'm fake than to actually get to know me." Ryo leaned back against the tree trunk, his mind racing. He wanted to say something that would fix everything, but no words came to him. Instead, he said the only thing he truly believed. "It won't last forever," he said. "People move on to the next thing pretty fast. They'll forget about this." Anna looked at him, her eyes searching his face. "How do you know?" He shrugged. "Because I've been through stuff too. People like me were easy to forget. you're not. But even for someone like you, it'll pass. Trust me. Anna's expression softened, and for the first time, a hint of a real smile appeared on her lips. Thanks, Rio. Don't mention it. He paused, then added, seriously, don't. I'd rather stay invisible. She laughed softly, the sound like a melody breaking through the storm. As they sat there, the conversation shifted. Rio noticed Anna's phone case, a simple black design with a small treble clef printed on it. You like music? He asked, nodding toward it. Anna brightened slightly. Yeah, I play piano. It's one of the only things that really calms me down. Ryo's eyebrows lifted in surprise. No way. I play guitar, kind of. I mean, I'm not great, but I mess around with it. Anna tilted her head, a spark of curiosity in her eyes. Really? Do you ever write songs? Sometimes, Rio admitted, scratching the back of his neck. They're not very good, though. Mostly just chords and stuff. I'd love to hear them sometime, Anna said softly. Music, it's one of those things that makes you feel less alone, you know? Rio nodded, feeling an unexpected connection with her. Yeah, I get that. As they stood to leave, Anna's classmates appeared on the path ahead, their umbrellas shielding them from the rain. They stopped in their tracks when they saw Anna and Rio walking together. The whispers began immediately. What's she doing with him? Since when are they friends? Anna's grip on her phone tightened, but she surprised Rio by stepping closer to him. What's your problem? She said, her voice firm. He's a friend. The group looked shocked, their whispers fading as they moved on. Rio stood frozen, his heart racing. Friend, huh? He muttered. Anna smiled at him, her cheeks slightly pink. Yeah, I think so. The rain stopped by the time they reached the school entrance. Anna waved as she disappeared into the hall, leaving Rio standing outside, still holding the umbrella. For the first time in years, he didn't feel invisible. Maybe being invisible isn't so bad, he thought, watching her go. If someone like her can see me. Rio stared at the bento box in front of him, his chopsticks awkwardly poised in midair. He wasn't used to eating lunch with anyone, let alone Anna. She sat across from him at the table, her own lunch neatly packed and untouched, as she scrolled through her phone. The cafeteria was buzzing with noise, but their little corner felt oddly intimate. So, Anna began, breaking the silence, do you always eat alone? Rio shrugged, avoiding her gaze. Yeah, I don't really mind. Well, now you've got me, she said with a grin, her green eyes sparkling. Hope you don't mind the company. Before Rio could respond, a group of girls approached their table. Anna's old friends, dressed impeccably as always, hesitated when they saw her sitting with him. Anna, one of them said, her tone sweet but edged with curiosity. We were wondering if you wanted to join us. Anna glanced at Rio, then back at the group. No, thanks, she said firmly. I'm good here. The girls exchanged surprised looks but didn't press further. With polite smiles, they walked away, whispering among themselves. You didn't have to do that, Rio muttered, poking at his rice. Anna shrugged. I wanted to. Besides, I like hanging out with you. Ryo's face turned red, but he said nothing. After a moment, Anna leaned forward, resting her chin on her hand. Hey, do you want to go to the movies after school? Rio froze, his chopstick slipping from his fingers. The movies? Yeah, there's this new one I've been wanting to see. It'll be fun. Sure, he said, his voice cracking slightly. Is this a date? Anna blinked, then laughed softly. I don't know. Do you want it to be? I don't know, Rio stammered, feeling his face heat up. I've never been on one before. Well, Anna said with a playful smile, maybe we'll figure it out together. Rio nodded, his heart racing, as he tried to focus on his lunch. The cafeteria around them seemed to fade, leaving just the two of them and a new sense of possibility. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more original content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.